Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. Just doing a quick video on how to break a muscle building plateau in your training or with your nutrition. So, you've been training for a while, you're getting great results, now you've hit a plateau, your training's not going anywhere, you're not getting the results you want to. So we're just going to cover a few things today that you can have a look at to make sure you're doing the right things to keep progressing in your training and not running into a wall and not going in the direction you want to go. So the first thing is consistency. It's always number one. I mention in every video, everything I do, because if you're not doing something consistently, you can't be expecting results. If you're only going to the gym once a week, you can't be expecting results. You have to be consistently training. That's number one. Then number two, when it comes to your training, variation. Are you doing too much variation or too little variation? You want to make sure that when you pick an exercise, a program, no matter what you're doing, that you want to give it long enough to start getting results from it. If one week your main leg exercise is squats, and the next week it's leg press, and the next week it's hack squats, it's very hard for your body to get used to a movement and then get good at that movement. If you do squats every week, you can get better at the movement, put more weight on the bar, and continually progress that movement and get stronger at it. If you're not spending enough time on one exercise, you're just going to be not able to progress it. And variation doesn't just apply to exercise. Your training split, your intensity, your frequency in your training. If you're always going absolutely to failure on the same exercises every time you train, you might be running into a wall because your body's just used to doing that. If you've been training each body part once a week for the entire time you've been training, your body might just be a bit too used to that, so you might just have to change it up a little bit. For the next 4 to 8 weeks, try a different split where you're training your muscles 2 or 3 times a week. Making sure that you're just varying your exercise intensity. Give yourself at least 4 to 8 weeks on each style of training before mixing it up and not going 1 week of this, 1 week of that, or 12 months of just doing the same thing. If you're progressing, it's great, but if you've been doing the same thing over and over for a long period of time and not progressing it, then it's time to mix things up. Give yourself a bit of variation, because if you're doing the same thing week in, week out, your body's already adapted to that same thing. It's not going to change and get any more results. Training intensity. Are you training hard enough? You want to make sure that when you're coming into the gym, you're putting in a good effort and trying to beat what you did last time. If you come in and pick up the same weights, do the same exercise, and do the same amount of reps, you're going to stay the same because you're not sending a new stimulus to your body to change and adapt. We get the results of hypertrophy by adapting to the training that we're doing. So by adapting to using a heavier load or doing more reps, more sets, or a different exercise. If you're doing the same exercise, the same reps, same weight, you're progressing. Make sure you're training hard enough. Be focused when you're in the gym. Track what you're doing and make sure you're doing more than you did last week. And just want to make sure that you're covering all your bases with recovery. So you want to make sure that you're sleeping enough. Are you sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night, giving your body a chance to recover, adapt, grow, build muscle? Are you giving yourself enough food? Is your nutrition on point? Are you getting enough protein in your diet to feed that muscle growth that you're trying to drive in the gym? Are you resting enough? Are you giving yourself enough time between workouts for your body to recover? Or are you running yourself into the ground every time you come to the gym so your body never gets a chance to recover and then adapt? Because if you're not recovering, you're not adapting, you're not building that muscle. So you want to make sure that you're giving your body enough time to rest, so then when you come back into the gym, you can give 100% effort and you can make sure that you're getting the results because your body's recovering and adapting to that training. So that's just a few things that you want to make sure you're doing to make sure you're avoiding hitting a plateau, or if you've hit a plateau, you want to have a look at this, see where your training's not going well, where your recovery or your nutrition's not going well, and see if you can fix it. Is it your consistency? Do you have too much variation or too little variation in your training? Are you not simply just training hard enough? Or are you not taking your recovery seriously? This should help you to break your plateau. I hope you found something helpful from today's video. If you have found it helpful, please like, please subscribe. Thank you very much, guys.